Okay, let's unpack this. So today we're diving into something pretty big. Taylor Swift's 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl. But it's not just the album, right? It's this whole theatrical event tied to it, the official release party of a showgirl.
Exactly. And it's more than just a launch party. It feels like a deliberate move, almost a rescue mission for cinema chains like AMC.
Yeah, turning an album drop into a guaranteed box office event. We really need to get into how she's engineering this.
Well, we've looked at the details, the whole aesthetic, the marketing, which is groundbreaking, and crucially, the financial side. How this basically creates a new template for a high-margin, 3-day cinema event. It really challenges the old ways.
Right. So our mission here is to figure out the nuts and bolts of this. Is this a one-off, or is it like a repeatable business model? Okay, let's start with the album itself, The Life of a Showgirl, October 3rd, 2025. The intentionality seems intense, especially around the number 12.
Oh, absolutely. 12 is everywhere. It's not subtle. It's her 12th album, naturally. 12 tracks on the album. And then tying into the event we're talking about, the standard ticket price is, well, $12.
$12. And didn't tickets go on sale at 12 p.m.?
It did, yes. 12:12 p.m. ET. It's like she's embedding the number into the whole experience, signaling to fans that every single detail is planned.
And creatively, this feels like a sharp turn, maybe the biggest stylistic whiplash she's ever done. She's back with Max Martin and Shellback. First time since, what, Reputation in 2017?
That's right. And she's described the sound as exuberant and electric and vibrant. Which, I mean, that's the analysis right there, isn't it? The contrast. Her last album, The Tortured Poets Department, was very much about, that bleak lyricism, as it was called. Dense, introspective.
So bringing back Max Martin, that's a deliberate choice for big, polished pop. A move away from that melancholy.
Exactly, a conscious shift.
And the visuals match that shift. This Portofino orange glitter theme, it's pure glamour. Very flamboyant.
It really is. A provocative, almost unapologetic showgirl vibe. The photos by Mert and Marcus are stunning, but also quite bold.
And there's depth there too, right? The standard album cover.
Yes, the one where she's sort of partially submerged in water, wearing diamonds. People are drawing parallels to Millet's painting Ophelia, the one inspired by Hamlet.
Oh, interesting. So it gives that glamour a kind of dramatic, maybe even tragic undertow.
It adds a layer, definitely. High-stakes context beneath the sparkle.
And the costumes, that really anchors it.
It does. Because it's not just any showgirl look, it connects to actual Vegas history. Our sources confirm she's using pieces originally designed by the legendary Bob Mackie.
Bob Mackie, wow.
Yeah, for the iconic Las Vegas Revue Jubilee. You know, the one that ran for like 35 years.
So she's tapping into that classic, over-the-top, historical stage glamour.
Yeah.
Reclaiming that kind of entertainer spirit.
Precisely. It's a statement.
So, okay.
Yeah.
We're seeing this deliberate move away from the quiet TTPD towards something loud, external, almost.
Yeah.
Joyful.
That seems to be the driving force. She actually said the album came from feeling that infectiously joyful, wild, dramatic place backstage during the Eras tour last year. So she's channeling the energy of being this massive touring performer directly into the music and the visuals. It makes sense.
And that same level of planning, that intentionality, it carries straight into the marketing. I mean, before we even get to the cinema part, the announcement itself was huge.
Oh, the New Heights announcement. Yeah, that was pretty genius.
Right. Announcing the album on the podcast, hosted by her fiancé, Travis Kelce, and his brother, Jason.
It just instantly merged these two colossal fan bases. You know, the NFL world and the Swifties, all in one go. Very organic feeling, but incredibly strategic.
And the numbers were just wild.
Weren't they? A Guinness World Record? Most concurrent live views for a podcast on YouTube? Over 1.3 million.
Think about that. Her fiancé's podcast talking about her album beat, like a former U.S. president appearing on Joe Rogan. That says so much about where cultural power is right now.
It really does. It guaranteed the album was the biggest news story imaginable before anyone heard a single note. Just masterful cross-promotion.
Okay, so then we get to the main event we're dissecting. Taylor Swift, the official release party of a showgirl. And it's crucial, like you said, that this isn't another concert film like Eras.
Right, it's different. It's billed as an 89-minute release party. Much shorter, much more focused.
89 minutes. That length feels specific, too. Long enough for a ticket, short enough to feel, I don't know, special.
I think so. And the main event within that is the world premiere of the music video for the lead single, The Fate of Ophelia.
But, okay, is 89 minutes just for a music video premiere? Or is there more padding that runtime? Because some might see that as Maybe a bit thin for a cinema ticket.
That's a fair question. But the sources describe it as a whole package, designed for the fans. It's not just the video premiere. It includes behind-the-scenes footage from making the video, new lyric videos for other album tracks, and maybe the most valuable part for fans, Swift herself giving personal cut-by-cut thoughts on the music, her inspirations.
Ah, okay. So it's like a director's commentary mixed with a listening party, but on a massive scale.
Exactly. It turns the cinema into this huge, shared, exclusive experience.
And they're encouraging that shared experience, right? AMC is telling people they can sing and dance.
Yes, explicitly invited to sing and dance. With the usual caveats, of course, don't stand on the seats, don't block the aisles.
So it's basically an officially sanctioned fan gathering, like a flash mob, but you bought a ticket.
Which brings us to maybe the most innovative part, the business model behind this. That limited theatrical run, just 3 days, Friday, October 3rd through Sunday, October 5th. That creates this massive sense of urgency. You have to be there that weekend.
That scarcity is definitely a powerful marketing tool. Streaming just doesn't have that same event feel. But isn't there a risk, limiting it so tightly? Couldn't that just encourage piracy or people deciding to wait and see if it streams quickly afterwards? Seems like leaving money on the table.
It's a calculated risk, I think. The guaranteed upfront return from that concentrated weekend probably outweighs the potential downside. Plus, by making it a global event screening in over 100 countries simultaneously, it becomes a shared cultural moment. Everyone experiences it together.
And she's bypassing the big studios again.
Yeah.
Going direct to the cinema chains.
Yes, direct partnerships with AMC, Cinemark, Regal, and others. Just like with the Eras film, it cuts out layers of distribution, gives her and her team, presumably, much more control over the terms, the marketing, and crucially, the revenue split.
Right. And that $12 ticket price, tied to the 12th album, feels like a smart way to get people in the door, make it an easy yes for groups.
It's a fantastic hook, such clear messaging. Now, there was a little nuance there, fans pointed out. That $12 was generally for standard screens, before fees. If you wanted a premium format, like Dolby Cinema or maybe IMAX, those tickets followed the usual cinema pricing, so maybe $17 or more in some places.
So the $12 is the baseline, the marketing anchor. But theaters still have ways to maximize revenue with upgrades.
Smart.
Very. So why are the cinemas so eager for this? Giving up potentially multiple screens for a whole weekend to an 89-minute event seems like a big commitment.
Well, you have to look at their recent history and their financials. Remember Q4 of 2023, AMC's own CEO directly credited the Eras Tour film, and also Beyoncé's Renaissance film, for their huge boost in performance then.
Right, I remember the headlines. Revenue was up significantly.
Revenue up 11.5%, yeah. But even more telling was the profitability metric, adjusted EBITDA.
Okay, adjusted EBITDA. Break that down for us. What does that actually mean in practical terms for AMC's bottom line? How much cash are they really making?
Good question. So adjusted EBITDA earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. It basically measures the profit from the core operations of running the cinemas. Selling tickets, selling popcorn, stripping out things like debt costs, taxes, and non-cash accounting stuff like depreciation. When that number nearly tripled.
It means the actual business of getting people in seats and buying snacks was suddenly hugely profitable because of those films.
Exactly. It wasn't just filling seats. It was filling seats with highly motivated fans, likely spending more on concessions. It's high-margin traffic.
Gotcha. So these events are like a guaranteed shot in the arm for them?
Precisely. They see it as vital fall relief, especially when the traditional Hollywood slate might be weaker, like after the strikes last year. It's guaranteed foot traffic, guaranteed revenue, low risk, high reward for them.
And the projections for this Showgirl release party seem to back that up already.
Oh, completely. The expectations are for $30 million to $50 million domestically, just in that one weekend.
$50 million, wow.
And here's the kicker. It reportedly pulled in $15 million in first-day pre-sales alone.
$15 million, before it even opened.
Yep. That's instant cash flow and proof of concept. Very few traditional movies can promise that kind of upfront guarantee. Hashtag tag outro.
So, putting it all together, what's the big picture here? It really feels like Taylor's perfecting a template, a repeatable model. Bundle the music, exclusive visuals, some personal insight, package it as a limited-time, ticketed cultural event. She controls the story. She controls a huge chunk of the money.
I think that's exactly right. She's essentially carved out a new, incredibly valuable business unit. Let's call it the album release weekend event. It's separate from streaming, separate from traditional touring. It forces fans to come together physically in a monetized space right at the moment of maximum excitement.
Which leads to the final, maybe provocative thought.
Mm-hmm.
Has she just changed the game for all major artists? If this model is so successful, so immediate, generating tens of millions in a single weekend...
Can other superstars afford not to do this now?
Exactly. Will we see every blockbuster album launch now require a coordinated global 3-day theatrical event to compete for attention and those box office dollars? Is the traditional album drop not enough anymore?
That's the multi-million-dollar question, isn't it? It certainly puts pressure on labels and other artists to consider how they create that event moment. This could really reshape things.